Hi, my name's Jay and welcome to my channel. In 2023, me and my family bought a rural cottage with 10 acres in the beautiful Welsh mountains. We plan to renovate our home, rewild the land, grow our own food and generally live a more sustainable life, all whilst having fun along the way. If you're new here, why not click subscribe, follow our journey and escape to rural Wales. So I'm currently up in the top fields. It's a glorious day, a little bit windy, always is. And I'm just checking up on my hedgerow plants that I put into the ground, start of this year, January. It seems so long ago. And yeah, I thought I'd share with you guys how they're coming along. So let me show you now. Them. They're looking pretty good, to be honest with you. You might remember we did this when it was extremely cold. I think it snowed the day before, so the ground was quite hard. So getting the bare roots into the ground was a bit tricky. But yeah, we got there in the end. And we've had some pretty good success, to be honest. There's a few that haven't worked out, but that's expected. But they've just come on really, really well. And they go all the way down. This is the entrance to our property. And there's a small field there. And they go all the way up across, our land. So I'll just take you up to the top. There you go. They go all the way up to the top here and then across to about there. So yeah, good. I'm really happy. This winter I might fill in a few of the gaps. I might just take a cutting from some of the longer ones and stick them in the ground and see how they get on. But yeah, I've also planted some more. Let's go and have a look at those. So there's this part here. So you can sort of see them just down here. And then it sort of curls round. The only problem is these ones were eaten by the sheep that got in. So that was a bit of a nightmare, but they're still alive. They're just a bit shorter. There's a few that have died, but I think they were dead anyway. But this is in a very windswept place. So these ones are going to struggle a little bit, but they are going to be hardier. You can see the leaves on them are struggling a little bit. There's a lot of competition with long grass, but they should be all right. They'll plod along. Next spring, they'll spring up again. So yeah. And this little dip here is where I'm planning to put the glamping pods. And this hedge here, as I say, is going to sort of shield the glamping pods. One from the wind, which comes up in this direction, and two from the roads and the houses down here, because I don't want them to object or to see the glamping pods, or it may cause some issues. So, yep. I've also got some hedging just behind the caravan down there, and also around our back garden, which is down here. So yeah, they're all coming along well, I would say. It's been a good first year. Not many of them have failed, but they've not, shot up in height or anything like that, but a very windswept area. We don't really have great summers here in North Wales. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but that's just the way it goes, you know. This is the reason why we moved up here, you know, and moved to such a bare piece of land, because we wanted to grow the trees ourselves and watch them grow and put our stamp on the landscape and leave a legacy and pass something exceptional on to our children. So, you know, as I say, it's going to take time, and I always say this, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Enjoy the journey. So we're just enjoying them all grow. They're looking beautiful, they're coming on. So yeah, I'm happy. So here is where I planted the orchard. We'll just go down there now and just take a look at some of those apples and pears and plums and cherries. But eventually I'm going to dig a pond here, a natural pond, where we can swim in. So that's another plan, another project for the future, not just yet, when I've got a bit more time. But yeah, I'll just walk down to the apple trees now, and we will have a look at those. Firstly, we've got the willow hedging that I've planted. It's very fast growing. You might remember I put in this big fat stake into the ground, just seeing what would happen, and it just took. Willow is amazing for just sticking in the ground. Just cut it in the winter time, just cut it, stick it in the ground, and it grows. It's pretty amazing, to be honest. I put a lot of shorter ones in, and they're somewhere hidden amongst this foliage. I'm not sure how well they've done, but I mean, you can see that some of them have grown. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, you can see one here. You can see that one there. I mean, it's grown. And they're in there. I mean, there's one here as well. There's one here. Has this taken? No, it's not taken, but that one has. So yeah, they're in there and they're growing, and they go all the way down to the bottom. These are all the apple trees. They're all alive. This one is shot up. I think this one's the cherry. Oh no, this one's a pear, sorry. But this one is shot up in height, which is awesome. So that's cool. But yeah, they all seem to be doing very well. So, but as you can see, due to the wind up here, they've sort of bowed over in this general direction, as I say, because the wind comes up from this direction. So I do need to prop them up. So I'm going to buy some half fence posts, and I'm going to prop them up for the winter because they'll get battered, and I need them to grow up nice and straight. So that's the job. I'll wait for about a rain, and then I'll crack on with that. So it's going to be a few years before, you know, I get to the point where I can actually harvest some fruit, but that's okay. You know, good things come to those who wait. So I plan to plant a lot more trees, to be honest with you. I want to plant a lot of willow to use as firewood. I've been doing a little bit of research, and apparently you can get these super fast growing varieties, and they're really, really good for coppicing every year, and you can actually get a harvest within 5 or 6 years. So that's the plan. But also I'm just going to plant loads more trees as well this winter, like loads more, because, you know, that brings biodiversity, that brings life. And I've mentioned before that the land that we're on, it's just been grazed by sheep for generations. You know, many people find beauty in seeing the bare landscape with sheep covered on it. But for me, beauty is biodiversity. And that's what really is needed, you know, on the landscape. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Just wanted to give you a brief update. And, yeah, I'll see you soon.